Welcome Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising to your weekly July 1st through July 7th forecast. I apologize I'm late. This is getting to July 3rd, but I promise it is all okay because nothing is really going on in the astrology July 1st through 3rd. Really the fireworks start popping off on July 4th. So the first week of July really is like plugging into a lightning bolt. There's unexpected shifts, some breakthroughs in love and finances, and the beginning of a major collective revolution. Hi, I'm Sarah with Life with Training Wheels, where we explore astrology, tarot, and other spiritual growth tools to help you stay grounded and inspired while you ride the wild waves of transformation. If that sounds like something that is up your alley, hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any videos that I put out. I've got some great content planned for this month. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found me. I hope you'll stick around. And if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. So I highly recommend that you watch the collective video. I'll link it right here before you watch for your sign, but regardless, I'll give you a quick little rundown real quick. So like I said, July 1st through the 3rd is quiet. July 4th is when things start popping off. Tomorrow, we have Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus at the last degree of Taurus. Then Venus will enter Gemini shortly after that, and Neptune will be stationing retrograde. Then on July 6th, Venus in Gemini will be making a sextile to Saturn and Neptune in Aries. And then on July 7th, Uranus will follow Venus into Gemini, and then Venus will be making a trine to Pluto in Aquarius. So it's a pretty big week of some pretty dynamic shifts. So the themes this week for you, Capricorn, are going to be joy shocks, upgrades, and creativity as medicine. So joy shocks, because the Venus-Uranus conjunction is happening in your 5th house of joy, creativity, romance, and fun. So there could be expect a surprise in love or a breakthrough in a creative project. This can also be like unexpected pregnancy type things, or something else unexpected to do with your children, because it is children too. It's the house of children, creativity, our joy, our romance, our passion, our desire. So there could be something kind of shocking coming through to that, especially with Venus being the planet of love and romance. Also, the 5th house can be the house of like entrepreneurship. So especially with Venus being in there and kind of representing money, that could be something as well. So then Venus is going to move into Gemini in your 6th house, which is helping you find beauty and ease in your daily routines or health rituals. 6th house is our daily health habits, our daily routines, and our work, our service to others, and also our pets. So this could be bringing something nice to your pets as well. Venus is going to be in your 6th house for the entire month of July. It'll stay there until July 30th. You know, if this is work related, you might find that you're a little, like, people are a little bit more magnetized to you at work. If this shows up in your daily health routines, you might enjoy them better. You might find more beauty in them. Maybe a new beauty routine or something. Venus can be connected to our food as well, so you might just be like enjoying your food more, enjoying taking care of your body, nourishing yourself well over the next month. And then, just your daily routine, bringing more beauty to it, more lightness to it. Maybe it'll just feel better to you. Okay, so then on the 6th, Venus will be making that sextile to Saturn and Neptune in Aries. In Aries, you know, we've had Neptune and Saturn both ingress into there this year, marking the start of, you know, big new beginnings where we want to take action, because Aries is an action sign. And this is your 4th house. So this Venus sextile to Neptune and Saturn in your 4th house, perhaps you could be, you know, these daily habits and routines that are starting to feel good. Maybe you're noticing that they're a real, that you can really like ground them in to your home, right? Like maybe it's making a big impact on your home environment and you're setting the appropriate boundaries with Saturn, really building a foundation of the like work-life balance that you want to have, because Gemini very much is related to work-life balance, considering it's our, you know, our daily routines. So, and, you know, with Neptune, which we'll go ahead and talk about right now as well, Neptune stationing retrograde in your 4th house, it'll kind of be taking off any rose-colored glasses or like idealism that, you know, maybe you've viewed something in your home environment, in your home life, too idealistic or have been a little bit delusional about things. Neptune going retrograde can kind of help clarify those things. And as Venus is making this trine from your house of daily routines and health habits, maybe there will be a lot of clarity around, you know, how to build this all around your home and really make your home more stable, and how to really bring in the dream of what you want your home life to be into reality. Maybe Venus will be helping with that. Okay, so then we have Venus on the 7th making a trine to Pluto and Aquarius in your 2nd house. So both of these houses can be involved with money, right? 6th house is our daily habits, work routines, things like that. And then 2nd house is our money, self-worth, self-value. The things that we, you know, spend our time and money on are the things that we value. And it's also, you know, what we do with our money. So this could be, and Pluto brings power and magnetism. So perhaps you could be, you know, feeling a little bit more magnetic in your work environment, or Pluto also just brings power and transformation. So maybe you're feeling really empowered to make these transformations, either in something related to your work, related to your money, related to how you're structuring your day and your work-life balance, or perhaps the 2nd house can also be like the foods that we intake, how we're eating, you know, how we're treating our body, how we value ourselves, right? So that could be a really transformative process. If we're going through this transformation in the 2nd house of how we value ourselves, maybe we're going through a transformation period where we see our bodies as a temple, and we're changing up our daily health habits to support that transformation. That could be something that's coming through with that trine a little bit. And then we have, I already spoke about Neptune retrograde a little bit in your 4th house, re-examining the foundation of your life and family dynamics. And then the biggest shift really is Uranus moving into Gemini in your 6th house of health habits, daily routines. So this is a big collective shift, which I encourage you to watch the collective reading to learn more about that. But for you, this is really going to revolutionize your relationship with work and your wellness and your daily habits. So there's going to be, and Uranus will be here for the next 7 to 8 years. It will retrograde back into Taurus a little bit later this year. and then next spring it'll finally stay in Gemini. But this Uranus is the planet of liberation, the planet of thinking outside the box, doing things differently. So perhaps you're going to bring also technology, right? So perhaps you're going to bring in some technology tools to better help you with your productivity, or better help you with your health routines, or just with it being, revolutionary and wanting to do things different. Perhaps you just do like a completely different routine, health routine, or have a different daily routine, different habits that you've either A, never heard before, or never done before, or B, never heard before. Just something completely different. It also could be, just that at the start of the 7 to 8 years, you did things one way, and by the end of the 7 to 8 years, you're doing things a completely different way. So that is how that could manifest, but that's exciting. Expect big shifts, big changes in those areas of your life. And it could be, Uranus is often where we want to break out of the box, so we're breaking the box. But it is sometimes that things outside of our control shake things up for us. And when that does happen over the next 7 to 8 years in regards to your daily habits, work routines, health routines, just know that it is for your benefit. It's something that needs to come to the surface, maybe something that you haven't been addressing, that the universe, the world is helping you address for your better good. So just keep that in mind when unexpected things happen sometimes. But with Venus being here, this first month of this ingress should be really beautiful with Venus being here. And you should be getting some, ideas of how to bring more beauty into this area of your life. Another thing to note really quick is that Venus or Uranus represents our nervous system. So and the sixth house is the house of health. So just kind of a note to over the next 7 to 8 years to really take care of your nervous system. Maybe learn some meditation practices, get your parasympathetic nervous system activated so you're not always in fight or flight. Those would be good types of practices to learn and do, and maybe that's something that you've never thought about, never been interested in, and who knows, maybe by the end you'll be like, that'll be part of your career, is teaching people how to mind their nervous systems. So that's something to think about. Okay, now I'm going to pull a tarot card for you. I'm using my Light Seers tarot deck. If you are interested in purchasing this deck for yourself, it is one of my probably top 3 decks. I'll put the link in the description below. But the question I'm asking, with Uranus and all its unpredictability and nervous system correlations, I feel like this might be a week where, we might be feeling a little frazzled, either from just nervous system stuff going on internally, or, the unexpected things going on in our world. So the question that I'm asking for everybody is, how can Capricorn stay the most grounded? How can they stay grounded during this week of potential shakeups or just nervous system dysregulation? How can my Capricorn people best stay grounded? All right, Queen of Pentacles. So she has her SH figured out, right? She is steady. Pentacles is an earth element, you know, it represents the earth, and she knows how to connect with it, knows how to be at one with it. That's why she's, you know, so successful. And she really knows how to work with the earth element, how to manifest, really, right? Because the earth element is also in the pentacles represent the physical things in our environment. So she really knows how to harness and how to manifest things. But if you look at her, she's really just at peace in nature. So that is the biggest thing that I'm getting for you by pulling this card, is to just kind of take the stance that she is. Like, grab any grounding tools that you have, right? Whether it's crystals or you know, whatever you find that's grounding to you, that connects you with the earth. Do grounding practices like going out and walking bare feet on the grass. Go, you know, maybe meditate in nature. Go on a walk, hug some trees. That's really what's coming through for me, for how Capricorns can best just remain grounded through whatever chaos is going to be coming this week. Really reconnect or connect with nature, and know that if things come up that are kind of shocking, know that you have the ability to manifest just as well as she does, right? So whatever's coming up, you can use it and create something beautiful with it. But to stay grounded, go out and plant yourself in nature. So this week seriously kicks off some seriously big shifts that are going to be with us for the next, 7 to 8 years. And if you're feeling it, you're not alone. I've got a few offers to help you move through it all with more clarity and purpose. The first is just a personalized, quick reading to, if you are really feeling this energy and want to see if any of it is interacting with any of your natal chart placements. I've got a quick 30-minute reading where we can just look at that and see if you are having anything in particular activated, and maybe some guidance on how to work with that energy. The other thing that I'm offering as well is, a lot of times people don't know or get confused about whether they should listen to their sun, moon, or rising sign for these types of astrology forecasts. And, you might think that you should resonate with one more than the other, or vice versa, and may not understand why or what you should be looking at for you personally, because we are all very different. Our charts are all very different. So if that's just something that you've been curious about, what makes most sense for you to pay the most attention to when you're listening to things like that, I do have a quick 15-minute consultation that I can do with you to just look at those 3 things and see which you'll probably resonate with and why. Kind of give you the why behind it too. The other thing, so I just launched my 3rd month of Tarot for Growth challenge. So it's a daily tarot, daily question to use to pull a tarot card. A lot of inner growth, self-reflection type questions. So kind of shadow work, I guess. Just to help you connect with yourself. But this month in particular, I'm really excited because the questions are so beautifully aligned with the astrology, and just really helps helps you to think about and ground in without thinking about the energy that's going on behind the scenes, so we can consciously work with that energy and make the most of it. So that is going on. I post the daily questions, daily prompts in my community tab, so I'd love to see you interact there. But I do occasionally as well post collective readings, and if that is something that you're interested in as well and want to get the full month's worth of prompts all at once, there is you can check the link in the description below and download the calendar with all the daily prompts on it. I also have my summer solstice offerings available, so if you haven't seen my summer solstice video, I recommend you watch it. But it was the kickoff to the summer solstice and Cancer season, and that moment in time really carries the energetic blueprint of the entire summer season, kind of similar to how a birth chart, a solar return chart, carries the energetic signature of the next year for that individual. So the summer solstice carries the energetic blueprint of the whole summer season. So those offerings will be valid for the entire summer season. So I have a free journal prompts. I think there's like 7 prompts to kind of help you through, guide you through embodying the energy of the season. I also have a more in-depth 29-page guided workbook to help you align with the energy of the season. 2 different astrology tiered offerings, and a tarot spread to help you just harness the energy of the summer season and what's going on, what the underlying energetic pinnings are of the season. And then I'm also continuing to talk about men's mental health. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which is now over, but men's mental health issues don't go away when June is done. So I'm still working on promoting them, and it's more just these offerings I created are kind of just to witness our men. Like, as a society, we often don't recognize, or we get frustrated when our men have big feelings, but they are human and they are not robots, and I feel like we need to recognize their feelings more. They aren't taught how to work through their emotions. They're taught to just shove it all down, to deal with it, and that's a lot of times why it comes out in anger, is because that's the only way that they're taught that it's acceptable for them to process their emotions. And so the offerings that I have are really geared toward helping them understand through their astrology what their energetic emotional blueprint, what their emotional makeup is, and how best for them to work through and work with their emotions, and what their strengths are, and things like that. And then I also have a companion add-on to that for a partner, spouse, parent, child, anybody who wants to support the men in their life, especially when they're really going through a tough time. So it's just a guide to give, for a man to give to their support people, that kind of says, here's my emotional makeup, here's how best you can support me when I'm going through a rough time. And I think that would be very helpful for everybody. So if that's something that you are interested in, or know somebody that might be, check the link in the description below for all those details. And then if anything in this video resonated, drop a comment. Let me know your rising sign, what part of the week you're most excited about or nervous about. And thanks for watching. And remember, this week isn't just happening to you, it's actually happening for you. So until next time, stay grounded, stay open, and keep listening to your inner compass.